The following CannabisRadio.com program contains explicit language and content that can be considered graphic and offensive. This program is not suitable for all audiences, and the opinions expressed do not reflect those of CannabisRadio.com, its staff, management, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
And now, this week's sermon is from our beloved,
the savior of the weed. CannabisRadio.com presents The Stoner Jesus Show.
Don't try to debate me on something. Motherfucker, I can't do many things well, but words are my shit.
I give it the go, King.
I've created very few things outright in my life. That's one of them. That's my shit. I'm not going to have it run into the ground by a bunch of whiny fucking dickweed.
I got coronavirus from snorting liquefied fucking bat brains.
Do you see the light?
What light?
Have you seen the light?
Yes! Yes! Jesus H. Goddamn Christ! I have seen the light!
The Stoner Jesus Show.
Yeah. What's up, hoes? Stoner Jesus Show Live, Chapter 4, Verse 17. Doing it live on November 8th, 2020. Got a lot of big interviews for you tonight. For your viewing and listening pleasure. Of course, we're live right now on Twitter and Periscope at Stoner Jesus 420. We're also on Twitch and on Facebook. Check us out on all those live platforms. Also video on demand. If you want the audio, tons of places. StonerJesus.net has links to them all. CannabisRadio.com, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, wherever you call it, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn, Amazon Music, all those places to find the Stoner Jesus Show. If you want to email the show, stonerjesus420@gmail.com. If you want to join our group of hardcore fans on Facebook, search Facebook, Disciples of Stoner Jesus. On there, of course, you can at me during the show as well, at stonerjesus420. On Twitter. Don't forget OnlyFans.com, OnlyFans.com/StonerJesus. Got some cool shit up there if you want to peruse. Not my naked butthole. Maybe one day it can pay me enough. OnlyFans.com/StonerJesus. Also, don't forget about the Stoner Jesus Show store. The merch, the logo, and a lot of shit. Mugs, face masks, hoodies, all kinds of shit. T-shirts. It's on Teespring. The show store is also linked at stonerjesus.net. All information on the show, sponsor banners, social media links, podcast links, video links, everything. stonerjesus.net. As I said, then we got some big interviews. We got Linus from Vapor Brothers, an awesome sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show. We also have J.R.R. Token, a cool author. He's written a great book, a series of books, rather. I talked to him about that. And, we'll wrap up the night. The interview I did with the boys from Ski Mask Collective. All coming up here tonight. It is the dope shit, as the kids say. Cut that music. That's enough. Too much rocking out. Can't do too much rocking out. Or, shenanigans will ensue or whatnot. Before we get to the interviews and all that cool shit, I do have some... a little tease for you in the future. We got another big show coming. I'm not going to give you too many details right now, but it's going to be a subscription type of show. You're going to be able to smoke with me and someone else, ask us questions, fucking play games like Would You Rather, Fuck, Marry, Kill, and Method of Killing. Shit like that. Who knows? Who knows what we'll do? It'll be crazy. It'll be completely uncensored. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned for more news on that. Also, don't forget the awesome coupon codes that I bring to you. I save you money because I know you are some poor motherfuckers. First one, of course, SilkCityHotSauce.com. If you like hot sauce, you'll love Silk City Hot Sauce. Use coupon code SJ15 to get 15% off and a free bottle of sauce. I'm not a big hot sauce person, but I know a lot of people are. They can handle that shit. That hardcore shit. I'm a pussy. I very much cannot handle that hardcore shit. I can't even handle that fucking softcore shit. But if you can, SilkCityHotSauce.com. Coupon code SJ15, get 15% off and a free bottle of sauce. You know you want to. burn the fuck out of your tongue. For whatever reason, it is people enjoy that. I know they have a tolerance and it's a great taste. If you can handle the heat, you get the great taste, but I can't handle the heat. So I don't get the great taste. I get bubkus. That's right, bubkus. I use the slang the young people are into these days. Before I get to my interview with Linus from Vapor Brothers, awesome sponsor of the show. Their banners on stonerjesus.net. There's coupon code Jesus for 15% off at Vapor Brothers. And they've been a long time supporter of the show. I mean, we've been doing stonerjesus.net now for almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years in February since we've been on stonerjesus.net. Vapor Brothers has been a sponsor of ours on many occasions. I finally got to talk to Linus on the show. That'll be up first. But first, before that, don't forget about Manscaped. Support for the Stoner Jesus Show comes from Manscaped. They're the best in men's below-the-belt grooming. Looking for a cool gift this holiday season for the man in your life. Maybe he's got balls. Maybe his balls stink. I don't know. Maybe they need shaved. I don't get into people's business like that. But if you would like to, well, listen up. Untrimmed pubes are a thing of the past. It's time to gear up and get yourself the gift of shaving this holiday season. I'm talking about the Manscaped Perfect Package 3.0. Now, I'm not a type of person who's, normally trims my balls. I attempted a long time ago, like back in the day. But when I say back in the day, I'm kind of old. So the problem with back in the day is that I didn't have cool stuff that I could trim with. You get a better thing there. There we go. That's better. I didn't have any cool trimming gear. I had to hack at it with scissors. And that doesn't work. You don't want to do that. First of all, you don't want scissors by your balls. For the men out there, or anyone who understands how balls work, sharp objects are not their friend. They're not, it's not the type of thing you want to just be snipping and poking and prodding near your balls. The skin's very sensitive. It's very thin. If there's a puncture, well, I don't need to tell you what's going to happen. I mean, I think your imaginations can figure it out. It's not good. It's not good. But the revolutionary company Manscaped, they've redesigned their electric trimmer. Their Lawnmower 3.0 has proprietary advanced skin-safe technology for the aforementioned sensitive skin. Keep everything trimmed, cut-free, and smelling nice down there with the Perfect Package 3.0 skin-safe technology. So the trimmer cuts on your nuts, but just the hair, not anything else. Not, again, the skin. It's also waterproof. You can use it in the shower. Manscaped Perfect Package 3.0 also includes the crop preserver, the anti-chafing ball deodorant, and moisturizer, which I've talked about many times on the show. You put deodorant on your armpits. Why are you not putting deodorant on the smelliest part of your balls? And yes, the smelliest part of your body. I'm talking about your stinky balls. Your stinky balls. As I pointed out many times, you never know when your balls are going to need to be produced for any kind of fun activities. You have no idea when that's coming. So, you have Manscaped. Use code SJMAN420. Go to manscaped.com. You get 20% off of your order and free shipping with the code SJMAN420. Your balls will thank you. Your balls will also thank me, but then just give me like a card or whatever. It's not a big deal. I'm not stressing over it. You know what I mean? Stoner Jesus Show Live, Chapter 4, Verse 17. As I said, we're doing it live on November 8th, 2020. Go to stonerjesus.net for all things about the show, all the links, all the sponsor banners, all that stuff. Check it out and spread the word about stonerjesus.net. First up, as I said, Linus from Vapor Brothers. Use code Jesus to get 15% off at Vapor Brothers. And now at vaporwarehouse.com. Use code Jesus, not case sensitive, 15% off. Also, JRR Token, who's written an incredible series of books, and I'm giving away those books on Twitter. Go find that tweet. If you want a copy, if you have an Apple device, you want a digital copy for free, I'll be retweeting it at various times, so keep a lookout on it, or for it, at StonerJesus420 on Twitter. And we'll wrap up the night It's my interview with the boys from Ski Mask Collective, an awesome new podcast that you can check out. Relatively new podcast, at least new compared to my old ass. Thanks everybody for checking us out, spreading the word about the Stoner Jesus Show. Now, got some activity in the Periscope chat area. OG Kushweed 420. Enjoy the interviews. First up, Linus from Vapor Brothers. All these interviews done on Zoom, hence the name of the show, Zoom Interview Bonanza. Check it out, bitches. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Stoner Jesus here, stonerjesus.net. On the Zoom chat, we have Linus from Vapor Brothers, vaporbrothers.com, of course, an awesome sponsor of the show. Make sure you use code Jesus to get 15% off store-wide at vaporbrothers.com. Linus, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Cool.
Been wanting to have you on for a long time. You've been an on and off sponsor of the show for a long time supporter of what we do, and we certainly appreciate that. And you guys have been around a long time, too. It says on your website that the original Vapor Box goes all the way back to 1999. What gave you the idea for Vapor Brothers, and how did you get the company started?
In 99, it was like we were right near like Y2K when, the whole future was about to happen.
Yeah.
And it's like some things were still kind of stuck in the past. I mean, we like to smoke and stuff, but there were these things called vaporizers coming out, and they were kind of crappy, like homemade things. And the most popular one was the glass globe, which was, it worked, but it would you'd put your herb on a copper plate that gets hot. You shouldn't use copper.
Yeah.
And it would steam into the globe, and it would go for minutes. And then you would inhale, and then the vapor would just go around and around and around inside the globe. If you remember that thing still exists actually. But so we as in me and my friend who's kind of an artist, and I was an engineer student, tried to make that better. And so we didn't come up with vaporizing. Some people think we came up with vaporizing, but we kind of came up with the first good hit. And we're still around all these years because, you get this good, clean hit. Like you pack this clean piece of glass. Mm-hmm. Our first prototypes were in metal. Eventually we turned everything to glass and ceramic. And where's a vaporizer? Here's one.
Don't point anything down your head.
That vaporizer. I got another vaporizer. Yeah, what we made was basically a ceramic key element in a box in glass, and you pack the herbs in onto a little screen right there. Mm-hmm. And you can actually grind up the herbs and suck them up, vacuum them up into the whip, and you just pack about what you would have for a bong load, but it's going to last you 20, 30 hits because you're only hitting it with hot air. This just sits in here, a hot chip of ceramic, and when you draw the air through, it's presenting the herb with 400 or 500 degree air, which heats up the herb to 300 degrees. And that's enough to evaporate the THC and the oils, but not enough to set it on fire. So that's vaporizing in general. But what this is clean hot air. It's not touching the herbs and burning the edges of them with hot metal. And you get this big hit. I don't know, back then we were coming up with an alternative to smoking. We weren't wanting to replace smoking, but we didn't have much weed at the time. And when we were making these prototypes, we were getting way more out of less, because if you don't set the plant on fire, you preserve a lot of the active ingredients and you get a lot more from them. And we could use stuff that had stems and seeds. The air just goes around it, doesn't vaporize it. And it seemed to be this better way. And so it was, I don't know if I told you when I talked to you before, we had this one night where my co-inventor called me and said that he got too high from our device, and that's when we were oh, okay, so it should be a product, because if it could be too strong, then it's strong enough. So that's kind of how it started.
So 21 years in the business, the vaporizer business has obviously changed a lot. The industry's changed a lot in the last 21 years. From your perspective, how much has the vaporizer industry changed?
Well, like it had all these big changes, kind of not in some ways, but I mean, right when we started, Volcano came out. Volcano's that big, you know, blows into a bag one. Very legit device. And they went on 60 Minutes, and that kind of changed things by, you know, making it all legit and stuff. We kind of popularized the notion of vaporizing. We were like many people's first vaporizer. Then, like, we saw lots of changes, like people knocking us off, trying to make like improvements. Some people like evolved it a little bit, like the Silver Surfer, you know, like the 7th floor ones. They changed it a bit. They're cool. They gave us props for that. Then there were a lot of just like kind of copies. So the wood box, you actually like became a common style of vaporizer, and toward like 2008, it was like most common style of vaporizer, not our own brand. It was like a lot of knockoffs and plastic things. And then that started fading away in the last 10 years. And then portables really hit the market, and then everyone's really looking for a portable. Portables don't give the hit that we're just so used to, like just unrestricted air, just being able to breathe in this big breath of the oils. Like portables are always like you have to figure out how to sip them and draw them slowly. And I can't stand like pulling a vacuum on your lungs, like to try to like through a restriction. Portables like took over everything, but I mean, we're still around because no other vaporizer came out that just gave the simple big hit for like the price that we have. Like, we're $200, which seemed like a lot at the time. I mean, it's grown a little bit because our costs have gone up a ton. But I mean, it hits better than vaporizers that cost 2-3 times more. So when someone can actually do it, we'll find something else to do. But until then, we make it clean.
So how's some of the feedback you've gotten over the years? What's some of the things that customers say about their favorite parts and their favorite aspects of the Vapor Brothers vaporizers?
Well, the hit is this really clean taste. It's like there's no China smell because like we made it ourselves. Like parts come from everywhere, but they're custom factories from the U.S. and Europe and overseas. So it's a hit that just tastes like the weed. It doesn't taste like the vaporizer. They drop them, they break them, they send them to us for repair. So they like that aspect. A lot of these units go for like, some are still working from like 20 years ago.
Wow.
And I don't know, some people called it the pencil sharpener. A lot of people love their vaporizer. Hasn't changed much over the years. I mean, it's changed a lot in how we built it and how we keep track of things and how we've tested all the materials. But it's sturdy, solid unit.
Absolutely. It's definitely a testament to the original idea, that's for sure. Besides the box vaporizer, obviously VaporBrothers.com has a lot of other products. What's some of the other things that people can find on there?
We have a dab pen, because dabs really can't be, you can't heat up dabs with hot air. You do need to touch dabs to a hot surface. Dab pens are kind of nasty. So what we did was we went to the guy who says he started dab pens in America, and we believe him. He's not around anymore. His name was Will. He was making vape pen, and we like kind of co-branded with him, and he made our dab pens, and that evolved into like our dab pen basically. He passed on, but we still make pens of a similar style. That's what you find. That's basically the best way to just do dabs on the go, is a little vape pen that you put it directly on. But the way we make it, it's with all the materials we trust, ones that we would inhale from, not Teflon and solder and plastic and shiny metals. And all those hype devices.
Yeah.
Are so gross. But
so what's the future of Vapor Brothers looks like when you look the next 2, 3, 5 years? What do you all have planned?
Well, it's we've been really like expanding with figuring out how to do website and stuff. Retail is kind of over a little bit, at least where we used to sell, which is mom and pop shops and smoke shops, they were all closing in the last like 10 years. And we didn't really start in dispensaries so much because those people are experts in bud, like perishable product, not so much in all the parts that you have to like get, you know, the replacement whip and the glass and the stuff. So it's been hard to sell to them. They want cheap stuff that's really well marketed and packaged, and we're not going to get a marketing budget or slick iPhone like packaging. I'd rather just keep building vaporizers because too many people want them. But yeah, figuring out the website, taking over our own website and figuring out how to do that has been a great learning experience for me. And then now that COVID hit, actually before COVID, the vape crisis, remember the vape crisis?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like so long ago, we don't remember.
Yeah, it seems like years.
Yeah, that gave us a boost because people were like, oh, we need to go back to flower. And then COVID was like, oh, we need to order online everything. And so it's been hard, but we've been really kind of coming into the new world of like, we're going to get everything by the mail.
Yeah, absolutely. VaporBrothers.com, like I said, code Jesus, use 15% off, get 15% off. Store-wide, use the code Jesus. Obviously, VaporBrothers.com is the website. Where can people find you on social media?
I'm Linus Vapor on Facebook. But I usually use it kind of just for trolling and being funny and snarky and stuff. So there's a Vapor Brothers page. Facebook pages are kind of dead, so I don't know. / Vapor Brothers, you can at least find us. Instagram is good. Vapor Brothers on Instagram, you can see these, it got stuck to the wall, but our artistic units, really cool, one of a kind, painted by Trip Out artists. Very cool. Do you know you can put DMT in this?
Well, I did not.
Okay. I didn't mention that. And where else? What? Instagram, our website, Vapor Brothers. We just purchased another website. It was actually our former distributor called Vapor Warehouse.
Okay.
So the Vapor Warehouse guys are now like helping us do a kind of a lot more products. Vapor Warehouse will be where it's basically all the vaporizer stuff that we approve of kind of is sold, like the brands that we trust. We'll put up there and we'll sell vaporizers. So we can sell like portables and stuff that I don't want to make myself. Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. Linus, thanks for coming on the show. Like I said, check out the Vapor Brothers banner, stonerjesus.net. Use the code Jesus, 15% off. And if you ever want to come back on the show, you got something else going on, something to promote, something to talk about, let us know. We'll be here.
Right on. And you know what, right now I'll go set a coupon code for you for Vapor Warehouse too. So people go to vaporwarehouse.com. There's like, we sell Silver Surfer that I mentioned earlier, and they have a really good portable site called the Sidekick. Anyway, I'll set a Jesus, not case sensitive, just the word Jesus.
Okay.
Vapor Warehouse as a coupon code.
Awesome.
So
appreciate it, Linus. Appreciate it again. Appreciate all the support over the years.
Reach out to me, however. Cool. Right on. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Linus. Have a good night. You too, man.
All right. Same to you. You have a good night.
Great.
The Stoner Jesus Show on CannabisRadio.com.
Hello, my children. Stoner Jesus here to tell you about another awesome sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show, Who CBD. Who is spelled H-O-O-H. Check out their banner on stonerjesus.net or go to whocbd.com. There you can sign up for their mailing list where you can get weekly discounts and offers. Also, make sure you follow them on Instagram at who_CBD. Again, Who is H-O-O-H. They also sell CBD oils, edibles, and skincare products with new products being added monthly. If you're a new customer, you get 15% off with the code WHOFIRST. It's all one word, H-O-O-H, FIRST. They ship worldwide, and free shipping on orders over 100 pounds outside of the UK. Check out their banner on stonerjesus.net or simply go to whocbd.com. Who CBD, another awesome sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show. Hello, my children. Stoner Jesus here to tell you about another awesome sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show, the Glass Monkey. You find the Glass Monkey in Covington, Kentucky. It's on 38 West Pike Street. It's an awesome shop, all kinds of stuff. glass, CBD, art, paintings, hats, just a ton of stuff. It's really amazing if you can check it out in Covington. But if you can't check out the Glass Monkey itself in Covington, Kentucky, you can check it out online. Click that Glass Monkey banner on stonerjesus.net. You can't miss it. It's a monkey smoking a pipe. Glass Monkey online has glass products with more being added every day. CBD and other products soon to come as well. Just click that Glass Monkey banner on stonerjesus.net. If you can't make it to the actual store, the online store is the next best thing. glassmonkeyshop.weebly.com, or simply click the Glass Monkey banner on stonerjesus.net. More products being added every day. Hello, my children. Stoner Jesus here to tell you about another awesome sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show, Coastal Mary Seeds. Grow your peace of mind with Coastal Mary. They have auto-flowering, CBD, and feminized seeds. You can go to coastalmary.com or simply click that Coastal Mary banner on stonerjesus.net. Based in Vancouver, Canada. You can get discreet shipping with Coastal Mary, and you have tracking throughout Canada and the U.S. They're very fast to respond to any questions you may have, and of course, the most important part, great seeds. As I said, the finest seeds for some of the finest strains. Check out coastalmary.com or click that Coastal Mary banner on stonerjesus.net. You can also follow Coastal Mary Van on Twitter. Coastal Mary, another awesome sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show. Check out their banner and click it at stonerjesus.net to get some great seeds. The Stoner Jesus Show is brought to you in part by Hemptations.com and PlanetEverywhere.com. They got a lot of awesome stuff for you to check out. But don't just take my word for it. Let Beach, the owner of Hemptations, tell you all about it.
It's a very large selection of hemp goods, everything from reusable coffee filters to frisbees, bandanas. Everything Planet Everywhere on the site is made in Cincinnati, Ohio, made locally. We also have other retail products from our cosmetics, Earthly Body product, bags on the retail site. Again, anybody local in Cincinnati can go to Hemptations.com and get the info on the stores. Planet Everywhere is .com is our retail site. You can hit me up on Hemptation Beach or like my Facebook page, Hemptations or Hemptations 2. I'm on Twitter, Google, I'm on the internet everywhere, just like everyone. We love to hear from people all over the world, positive things about industrial hemp. That's what I do. That's what we do. Largest selection of industrial hemp on the planet in the stores. And I'd like to grow that inventory to be able to say that I haven't actually checked out all the other hemp retail spots to see if we have the largest amount on our Planet Everywhere. But it's a fair selection.
And as Beach always says,
having temptations.
Ignite the conversation on some trending topics along the Cannabis Radio social media network. Join our crew of thousands on our Cannabis Radio page on Facebook or at Canna Radio, CANNA Radio on Twitter. Plus, look for our Facebook and Google Plus pages for all of our original programs and connect with Dr. Dina, Kyle Cushman, Dr. Mitch Earlywine, Nurse Heather, Doc Rob, the host of Ganjapreneur, and more. Connect with the growing Cannabis Radio social crusade at Canna Radio on Twitter or search for Cannabis Radio on Facebook, Google Plus, and Instagram and grow with us.
Learning the benefits of proper nutrition, supplementation, and personal development to live a healthy and abundant life. Awaken, adjust, and aspire. High on Healthy. Mondays on demand. Only on CannabisRadio.com. Pierre Savon speaks to patients, advocates, and professionals to keep you informed on all the latest trends and advancements in the medical cannabis industry on Alternative Talk, presented by AlternativeVibes.com. Tuesdays on demand, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Cannabis Confidential with Dr. Dina. Candid.
I want to give you the inside story.
Captivating.
I want to introduce you to my kind and amazingly talented friends.
Compelling.
We get to meet some of the most amazing cannabis activists and warriors around.
Listen in as medical marijuana pioneer Dr. Dina shares never-before-heard stories, chats with cannabis insiders and celebrity friends, and provides invaluable perspective and insight into one of the fastest-growing industries in the world.
I want to share with you what was once confidential information. Let's expose the truth, discuss the issues, and learn the facts.
Cannabis Confidential, only on CannabisRadio.com.
The following CannabisRadio.com program contains explicit language and content that can be considered graphic and offensive. This program is not suitable for all audiences, and the opinions expressed do not reflect those of CannabisRadio.com, its staff, management, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
There we go. All right. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Stoner Jesus Show on Zoom. We have Mark, a.k.a. J.R.R. Token. He's an author. We're going to talk about what he's written. It's a very interesting book, very novel idea. Get it? If I do say so myself, I haven't seen this in a lot of other places. And I'm someone who follows literature and writing as much as I can, being a writer by trade for many years. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Stoner Jesus.
Thanks for taking the time. We'll get to the book here in a minute. Also, we have a giveaway we're going to have going on my Twitter, at StonerJesus420. Be on the lookout for that. If you have an Apple device, you'll be able to get a digital copy of the book, The Adventures of the Great Nablinsky. So be on the lookout for that on Twitter. There it is. With the hard copy, of course, Amazon, I'm sure various other places. And Mark, tell us your Twitter so people can follow you on that.
I'm sorry?
Your Twitter. Let us know what your Twitter is so people can follow you.
Oh, it's at Mark E.G. Dory.
Okay. So before we get to the novel and all that stuff, how did you get started writing? What made you want to be a writer?
Well, that sort of came by mistake, wanting to actually be. But I began writing this book a long time ago, back when I was in my mid-20s, which was the late 80s. And it was a group of guys who were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yeah.
It sort of took me under their wing. I was on a wrong path. I was hanging around with the wrong kind of people, so to speak. But they took me under their wing, and they got me high. And we played this crazy game, and they were hilarious, and they taught me how to be hilarious. So I loved them so much that I just wanted to do something for them. So I started writing this book back when I was 25, 26, around there. And then life got in the way several times. And then I found myself on a farm when I was 50 years old. And
wow.
I just dragged a computer into a room, and I spent somewhere between 6 and 9 months writing 320,000 words.
It's pretty good. So is it at the same time, did the writing and the weed and Mary Jane kind of come together at the same time?
Yeah, I had used it before, before I met these guys. But these guys were regularly used, and they met all the time to just imagine things, and that kind of blew my mind because I was born an artist. My mother's an artist. I've been painting and sculpting and that sort of thing all my life. So when I met these guys who had such great imaginations, it was just very cool to finally meet these kind of people. I just never had come across people like them before in my life until that time. I grew up in a housing project, and it was kind of rough, and there wasn't a whole lot of Dungeons and Dragons and that kind of stuff going on in that area.
So recently you had some Twitter news. Obviously, The Great Nablinsky is the first book of a series. Tell us about your new publishing news and how that affects your writing and affects your work going forward.
Well, I've just been accepted by an indie publisher, Sage's Tower, and very excited to be working with those guys. They're quite nice people, and they're going to be taking book 3 and publishing that. Meanwhile, I had already paid to have book 2 published, and that's in production right now. And that's due due for release in January 2021.
Okay.
I don't have an actual release date for book 3 yet, but there you have it. Yeah. And
Awesome.
they'll also be taking over book 1 as well, and they'll continue the sale of that.
Yeah. So how far along are you in the saga, and do you have any plans for any other novels or stories with different characters?
Oh, for sure. The saga itself, the trilogy is finished. I then have another 6 books, which are origin stories of the characters from the trilogy, intertwined with a whole other story that goes through all 6 of those books. And then the last book I have in that saga is an encyclopedia of the world, the wildlife, the cultures, and that sort of thing. In the back of my head, I'm working on a new idea about a guy from the 1940s who discovers time travel, but very limited, and he has no control over what's happening and where he's going. Yeah, but it's called. I'm thinking of calling it The Man from Tomorrow.
Nice. So people who get the book, whether they buy it on Amazon or they want a copy or whatever, what's some of the stuff they can expect? Give them a little thumbnail preview, if you will, of the Great Niblinski.
Well, the book itself is about truly the root of the story is not judging one by the way one looks. Because in the story, we have very traditionally horrific monsters who are helping to save the world. And they're helping a little guy about this big, 12 inches tall. And he gets them high. He gets them high on pot, and they calm down long enough to listen to what's going on. And eventually they help him to save the world. Well, in book 1, they're trying anyway.
Who's the guy on your shoulder there? What's his story?
Oh, this is Sidney Birdstein. He came with a roommate, but fell in love with me. So
nice.
He's around with me everywhere. He follows me everywhere. This is my, what do you call it? This is my compassion animal. There you go.
There you go. That's good.
Animal too.
As far as Mary Jane goes, do you have any kind of favorite strains or any go-to strains, anything that really helps you either creatively or in any other way?
Yeah, actually, shishkaberry.
No.
I find this is really relaxing, and I have a genetic thing. It's a chronic pain syndrome.
No.
And the shishkaberry is really good for controlling that pain. And I'm finding it really more and more difficult to find it in its true form. I'd really like to find some diamonds made from that. That would be really nice. But yeah, so that's pretty much sativas. Any sativa is good for making art. I mean, they just charge you, right? You know, off you go, and like 10 hours later, you're wondering what happened. And you get the art in front of you, or like 4 chapters or something like that. It's such a great tool for any artist. I can't imagine an artist trying to make art without it. I just can't. It just elevates your ability to just do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know. I wrote fiction for about 7 years when I was younger, until about 2009 when I discovered that writing about cannabis issues and op-eds and news stories and stuff like that was more lucrative in the financial department. But I have right over here in this closet, I have like a 50-pound plastic tote of a finished novel, a finished screenplay, short stories, poems, the ideas for 50 other things. And it was something I really enjoyed. But I mean, this really is my first love. Writing was really my second love. But doing this show and being able to entertain people in this way is really what I've always wanted to do. But that's one of the reasons I wanted to have you on the show, is because there's not a lot of authors out there, and there's not a lot of cannabis authors out there. And I feel, and I don't have any evidence to back this up, but it seems like just the art of reading and the art of creating art through the written word is kind of less than it used to be. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, just people they're not.
It's really strong, and I don't think they're giving notice to things that are worth waiting for as much as they.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. I feel like radio is the same way. Just older art forms that made people think and made people have to imagine things along the way. Now they kind of seem to want to be spoon-fed everything, and even just this right here. I never thought that I would do video shows. I don't see the point in watching me talk and then watching you talk when you're getting all the information through audio. But that's the world we live in. So here I am with my face made for radio, doing video shows.
Right on.
If I ask you about the highest you've ever been, is there a certain event or incident that comes to mind?
Well, yep, instantly. But it wasn't on pot.
Okay.
Yeah, it was on shrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Where I grew up, they grow wild twice a year, at first and last frost. And I was once given a kitchen Tetra garbage bag full of them. It was like 600 grams of them.
Wow.
And I took them all to a science fantasy convention. And holy mackerel, man. I took 15 grams of those things in 2 cups of tea, 15 minutes apart.
Wow.
I was really high and didn't know it. And I thought, geez, maybe I should take some more. And I took them, and as soon as I took them, I knew, oh my God, I was already high. I was high for like 2 days, man.
Wow.
It was insane. I bought all the food out of one vending machine. All of it. Like this was back in the late 80s, right? Remember the baggy jackets everybody wore in the late 80s? Well, I had that thing stuffed full of cheese nibs and Twizzlers and chocolate, like everything out of the vending machine. It's crazy. Yeah. Great.
Awesome.
When you're that high, though, like everybody's cosplaying and, well, yeah. And you're in a hotel and there's a bar too. Like, oh, yeah, it was a great time, but holy mackerel, it lasted 2 days.
That's awesome. Like I said, stay tuned to my Twitter, StonerJesus424, the giveaway. If you happen to have an Apple device, you can get a digital copy. We're gonna do the giveaway very soon. Mark, before I let you go, where's places that people can find the book, and where can they find you online?
Online, if you can just do a JRR token, TOKIN, you should be able to catch me on YouTube, JRR token. Facebook, JRR token. Twitter, we already did that one. Where else am I? Sages Publishing, you'll be able to connect to. You should be able to find my webpage just by going JRR token. The Adventures of the Great Nablinsky.com. There you go.
Okay, you got their platforms, Amazon, and what other platforms you have for the digital copies?
Global, Kobo, Kindle, who else is there? Indigo, Friesen Press. Those are all the platforms I'm on right now. That'll change with my new publisher, Sages Publishing. They have more than that. That'll spread around.
Awesome. Mark, thanks for coming on the show, and we look forward to more from you on Twitter, in the writing world, and everywhere else. Have a good night, man.
You too, buddy. Take care.
Thanks.
The Stoner Jesus Show on CannabisRadio.com.
Hello, my children. Stoner Jesus here to tell you about another awesome sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show, Hydro Bucket. Check out the Hydro Bucket banner on stonerjesus.net. Go to hydrobucket.ca. Everything else is just a bucket. You can stop lifting your plants with the Hydro Bucket. It allows the user to access nutrient solutions without moving the plant. You can test the pH, the EC/ppm. You can transfer fluid, inspect the roots and the interior. You have unrestricted access to airstone or other accessories. All of this without lifting the plant. You maintain a small footprint while increasing reservoir volume. Hydro Bucket is ideal on its own or with recirculating systems. Pre-sale starts October 7th. Make sure you use the Hydro Bucket to be the foundation for your grow. Say goodbye to DIY lid attachments. Low stress training and veg allows for more light on site. You attach your training accessories from your plant directly to the hydro bucket with confidence and never have to lift or disturb the plant, the lid, the medium, or the basket. Go to hydrobucket.ca or click the Hydro Bucket banner on stonerjesus.net. Stop lifting your plants. Add convenience to your garden with the Hydro Bucket, another awesome sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show. Hello, my children. Stoner Jesus here. Hey, are you looking for CBD products? Well, look no further than CBD Oil Solutions. Click their banner on stonerjesus.net. They are your one-stop online hemp CBD marketplace. Their CBD oil products include CBD vape oil, tinctures, capsules, isolate, topicals, and more. You can get free shipping on all domestic USA orders. They also have edibles, they have beauty products, and more. They bring you the best brands and the best CBD oil products on the market today, all in one place. Check them out. Click the CBD Oil Solutions banner on stonerjesus.net. They are a proud new sponsor of the show. Like I said, take your time, go through all the products on the website. There's just too many to name here. CBD Oil Solutions. Click their banner on stonerjesus.net. Hello, my children. Stoner Jesus here to tell you about another awesome sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show, Flower Power Packages. Check out flowerpowerpackages.com or simply check out their banner on stonerjesus.net. They offer wholesale marijuana packaging for dispensaries and growers in every state where cannabis is legally sold. Discover a variety of standard and child-resistant glass jars and bags for all your flower or edible needs. You can also browse their large selection of bongs, bubblers, pipes, rolling trays, and you can get 10% off of your first order by simply signing up for their newsletter. If you want to get personal, you can even customize your rolling tray with whatever design of your choosing. Awesome bongs, pipes, and trays, of course, make awesome gifts. So make sure you shop Flower Power Packages anytime online, whether it's morning, noon, or night. If you spend $250 or more, you receive free shipping. flowerpowerpackages.com or simply check out that Flower Power Packages banner on stonerjesus.net. Hello, my children. Stoner Jesus here to tell you about an awesome sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show that now has an awesome promo code. It's Vapor Brothers. Check out the Vapor Brothers banner on stonerjesus.net. Make sure you use code Jesus at checkout. Store-wide, 15% off. That's code Jesus at vaporbrothers.com or click that Vapor Brothers banner on stonerjesus.net. Of course, Vapor Brothers is the home of the original box vaporizer, the VB1. They also have the VB11 pen. They have a ton of accessories for vaporizers. They have grinders, they have jars and storage, vaporizer cases, picks and dabbers, all kinds of stuff, many accessories, and of course, desktop and portable vaporizers at vaporbrothers.com, the inventor of the original Vapor Box since 1999. Make sure you use code Jesus to get your 15% off at checkout. That's code Jesus to get 15% off store-wide at Vapor Brothers.
The smoke is rising, and the next crop of podcasts devoted to cannabis providers and enthusiasts are ready to be harvested. Welcome to the Cannabis Radio Network, founded by respected rainmakers who have been producing award-winning podcasts for over a decade. Industry headlines, business updates, medical reports, marketing, and e-commerce education rolled up perfectly for your consumption. Let's grow together. The Cannabis Radio Network. CannabisRadio.com.
Yeah. It's for my lady, Mary Jane. I love you, baby. This is for you. If tomorrow all the weed were gone, or I couldn't find a light, and all I had left was the resin that's in my pipe, I give thanks for all the herb that on this earth was planted, and I'd swear I'd never again take my weed for granted. And I'm proud to be a stoner, don't you dare fucking judge me. Drink and smoke your cigarettes Leave me with my weed, won't you stand next to me? And defend the lady of the flame, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love the herb. God bless the Mary Jane. From the dispensaries in California to the retail shops in Colorado, we're firing up dabs and doobies. We're all gonna get fucking blotto. From Seattle to LA, over to Denver, then to Boston. We're blazing up from coast to coast, 'cause weed is fucking awesome. I'm proud to be a stoner, don't you dare fucking judge me. Drink and smoke your cigarettes, leave me with my weed, won't you stand next to me? And defend the lady of the flame, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this herb. God bless the Mary Jane. I'm proud to be a stoner, don't you dare fucking judge me. Shove your judgment up your ass, leave me with my weed, won't you stand next to me? And defend the lady of the flame, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this herb. God bless the Mary Jane. Oh God, I got a fucking beautiful voice.
Get informed, get inspired, and get connected on NCIA's Cannabis Industry Voice. Mondays on demand, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Oh, let the marijuana llama tell you something now about a game for your phone gonna make you say, wow! The game's about the game of growing cannabis for cash. Grow the seeds, sell the bud, put the savings in the stash. Little by little, your empire grows large. Put the big celebrities inside your entourage. You can choose to play with Snoop or me or Cheech and Chong, Cypress Hill, Willie Nelson, Wiz Khalifa with a bong. The name of the game is Hemp Inc., that's the point. Download and play while you light yourself a joint. The business of cannabis should be no crime. Hemp Inc. is even hot-proofed by the man who run High Times. Oh yeah? Get it on Android and iOS today. Marijuana llama out. Got to tend to me own crops, you know. Money don't make itself. Hemp Inc.
Now available for pre-order through crowdfunding for just $14 plus $10 shipping. Pouches, premium mixing and rolling pouches, allow you to carry and prepare your herbs for consumption with discretion and ease. These stylish pouches are handcrafted using strong zips, long-wearing buffalo leather outside, and smooth sheepskin inside. A portion of proceeds go to fund vital medical research into cannabis for ADHD. See a demo and get yours now on Indiegogo or pouches.com. That's POUCHZ.com. The following CannabisRadio.com program contains explicit language and content that can be considered graphic and offensive. This program is not suitable for all audiences, and the opinions expressed do not reflect those of CannabisRadio.com, its staff, management, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
And we're recording. Welcome back, everybody. Stoner Jesus Show. Stoner Jesus Show live. StonerJesus.net. On the show right now, as you can see, we have Stancil, Pinky, Mead, Fens, collectively known as a Ski Mask Collective. Guys, welcome to the show.
Yay.
Hey.
Yay. We
Stoner
made
Jesus.
Thank you.
First time I've been in church in years.
That's right. It's a great honor for all who pass through here. So I've told myself. I know a couple of you guys, before we get anything else about the show and all that shit, this is recorded the day after the election. I know some of you, at least, are Trump supporters. What are your all's thoughts on what went down last night?
I mean,
Don't care.
Has anything gone down? I mean, it's still the same. It's been the same for like 18 hours. So I just quit tuning in. I'm just going to wait till like somebody else tells me.
I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Biden supporter. I just want to get this goddamn mask off my face and whatever it takes to
that's
open goddamn businesses. I don't give a shit if a purple person's the president. I could give a fuck about politics.
I had to wait in line.
Let me live my life. So that said, I thought Trump was going to help that, but whatever gets me there.
Yeah, last night I was doing election coverage mainly for the marijuana votes and shit like that. But
good shit with drugs.
Fucking A.
Yeah,
drugs.
Big night for drugs.
Big night for drugs. Fuck yeah.
I hear Oregon, you can literally like give a baby heroin now. So
nice. Get my shit packed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, pack your bags.
That's a new show right there. Get my baby heroin. Fuck this.
Everything's a go. Everything's a go in Oregon now. So
heroin baby Jesus.
But Texas did not change its stance at all, did it?
No.
Yeah,
no.
Jersey, it's legal. Jersey weed is legal now.
Jersey, Arizona.
So, shout out to my boys in Arizona getting blasted with legal weed. They had medical forever though. When I was out there, they had that, so you could basically get it. But
Which
I think Trump should have, like, weeks before this, just said, like, just legalize it nationwide. He would have had everybody.
Yeah, he's brushed up against it a few times in the last 4 years, but he never really pulled the trigger on it.
Should have done it. That's what lost it for him. He didn't make one broad movement to gain everybody's support.
Well, again, don't know that much about that deep about politics, but aren't like hardline conservatives against like legalizing drugs?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, weed.
Yeah, but it's like fringe shit, like real conservative shit.
Well, Texas would have backfired immediately. They do not
like sex once a month.
Like people who still think that weed is like from the devil, like Bible belter.
Devil's lettuce, yeah.
Yeah, there's still people that think it's a gateway drug. It causes lung cancer.
That's it.
All kinds of bullshit.
Yeah.
Kills your brain cells.
You still go to jail for a gram in Texas. You still go to jail.
Yeah. It's a gateway drug, and it will like prevent me from opening a gate.
It's preventing me from killing my mother.
I don't know about you guys, but I've never done cocaine after smoking weed. You know, after drinking, I'm like, all right, let's get some fucking 8 balls.
Well,
wow. Like drinking's more of a
the other way around.
Yeah.
Huh?
You do it the other way around. Do the weed later.
You could, yeah.
If anything,
bring you back down.
If anything, alcohol is the gateway drug.
That's what I just said. I would never do cocaine after smoking weed, but after drinking, I'm like, all right, let's do something crazy. Let's drag a porta potty.
Yeah, like I said last night, between Biden and Trump, there's nobody running. There's no one has a chance to win, and it's ever going to fucking try to contract the size of government or lessen the intrusion or the regulations or the constant fucking mandates. So it's pointless.
There's so many rules already. Like, I'm on probation, and it's at a county level, and it's fucked up. There's like 10,000 guidelines I got to follow by, and I forget. I'm like, I don't know. So when it comes to the nation stuff, I'm like, there's no way I can keep up with that. Who cares?
Is that why you wear the ski mask?
No.
Are you on the run from the law or anything?
No, not yet. Well, I could be.
Good question.
I
don't know if you've ever covered it on the show, but you choose to remain anonymous, at least for your
everybody
your live
knows.
performances.
Everybody knows.
I figured it was either that.
I put it on
or
so
you're
people would click on my show because 850,000 podcasts out there, and if I was just regular face, people are like, oh, it's just another comedy show.
You have a fucking gimmick, man. I know that better than anybody.
Right. Exactly.
Shit on, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I was also thinking another lesser possibility for the ski mask is that you're really, really ugly, but I can get by with like this.
No,
you just cover up the top.
No, he's a beautiful boy, actually.
Beautiful boy. Beautiful boy.
You should
get the jawline on the kid.
Big reveal, someday for a very special episode.
Yeah, they've all seen it. I put my mugshot up on my green screen because we had a hater guy, tweet my mugshot out, but he tweeted the ugly one, the one that I got pulled over really drunk. So I just tweeted the really good looking one after I was sober, and I was like, "Hey, you should have just tweeted this, dickhead." Oh, you're not getting over on me.
Yeah, it was hot. You guys got a jawline like a Lego man.
It's tough to have a good mugshot. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So obviously the Ski Mask Collective has been around. You've been guys has been doing this for a little while. How'd you get started? How'd you guys meet each other?
Well, I've known Stancil and Mead's name for a while because we all followed Kevin Brennan's show.
Disciples of Kevin Brennan.
Yeah. The show started as
I'm gonna do a dab later.
A wrap-up show of his show. You know, it's kind of like paying homage to Kevin Brennan. And then after then, it just kind of developed into we just have guests on, and even people that aren't associated with that. We're just all fans of comedy. And then Paul knew these guys from the same thing. So we had Paul on the show, and I liked him. I was like, hey, come on board. You're funny. And now we're just there's 4 of us. So if one can't make it, we can still do the show. And then we've also got 2 other shows on the side. Paul does his own show, Ski Mask Offensive. And these guys do a show, Sports Mask Collective, a little sports show on Thursday, predicting
completely
the game.
about sports.
Yeah, it's all about sports. You will
All
that's
about
the sports show you want to get. I mean, they read the betting line.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget Sports Center.
So as far as weed, start with you, Stancil, as you warm up your
Or
dab there.
smoking it right now.
When did you first start smoking?
Mike, back up.
He was
I'm gonna try to hold on. Start with somebody else. I'm gonna rip this.
Yeah, I'm
dab.
sorry I made you multitask. Pinky, have you ever been a weed connoisseur? What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I started smoking in the 9th grade. I smoked out of a gallon jug bong that we had made with a socket. We like glued a socket in there, to smoke. And then from there, I went to selling it. And I stopped smoking when I graduated high school because I knew I would have to take drug tests for the job that I wanted.
Yeah.
And then I quit for so many years and became a heavy drinker. And then when I tried to go back to it, it just makes me think about all the fucked up shit I did when I was drinking. So I'm just still like trying to push that aside so I still don't smoke. But I understand it. Like I'm not people smoke, but if I were to smoke, this wouldn't exist. Like I'd be hiding somewhere.
Yeah, it's definitely not for everybody.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Mead, what about you?
Same-
What do you
same
you love Mary
story.
Jane?
ninth. It was probably 9th grade, I think. But I've been a blunt man since forever. So that basically was the only thing I really got into. And I remember I made a bowl in art class, and that was like the first real apparatus smoking that I did. And but since then it's just been papers, man. That's it. I'm not doing science experiments like Stancil is right now. But
I had a pipe I made out of clay that I like fit my finger in so I
yes,
could hold it
I
with
did
one
the same
finger.
fucking thing.
And I had smoked that for years, so many years. I wonder what happened to that thing.
Did you put it in the kiln and everything? Like fucking actually?
I rolled it with my hands, and then
Yeah.
I put my fingerprint in it so that I could hold it like this
Fucking
with one
Play-Doh?
thing.
I
Yeah,
think
I mean, but it hardened like clay.
I told the art teacher, I was like, oh, it's a fucking candlestick. so I could like drill a hole in it after it was fucking set. And then
We made
I used that throughout high school.
Yeah, not to be that old guy, but fucking kids these days, they don't understand.
No, we made them out of
Fresh pop
bamboo.
can and-
That was the best shit ever.
Bamboo, apples,
Yeah.
fucking cans, whatever. Now people are dabbing.
Yeah, I stopped smoking before dabs came big. Like I
Yeah.
walked into my friend's house, I saw the propane tanks. I said, no, thanks, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with a blowtorch.
No, I was like, what the fuck you got?
Yeah.
What
Once
are
you
we,
have to get a
welding?
meth blowtorch, it's like, all right, dude, I'm out. I'm just trying to smoke
It's
weed.
fucking hard times waiting to happen.
I can imagine
For
being
sure.
high trying to do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, when weed starts incorporating a welder's mask, I'm done.
Yeah.
Stancil likes it though.
Yeah, but like just rolling blunts, that was it. That was the fucking Dutches and that was the game.
Yeah. Fans, what about you? When did you start smoking Mary Jane?
I started blazing when I was like 13, 14, probably like freshman year of high school, somewhere around there. And then did it for years, like every day pretty much. Then got like real panicky from it for a while at like 18. Oh
shit.
Just fucking knocked his laptop off. Yeah, just got real panicky. So I quit for years. And then in the last like 2 or 3, I started smoking again on and off. And then, yeah, it's good. Fucking, I quit for 6, but I'm on and off. So like I just quit for 6 months and just bought weed a couple days ago for the first time. So
Wow,
I take
that's
breaks here and
good.
there. Yeah.
Dancel, you done with all that?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm a late in life guy. I tried it like end of like college, end of high school, but I didn't start smoking it regularly probably till probably till like my mid-20s. Like before that, it was kind of an occasion thing. Now I'm just about a daily smoker. End of the night, not like I smoke all day. Not like I can't smoke and work, but yeah. And I don't know. No, I'm kind of the same. I'm really at my core a blunt man. This is real. I really just got into like this shit in the last year or so, just because just trying some different shit. But
You have any torch mishaps yet?
No, I haven't, but I'm like every time I'm waiting for it. I catch myself like I'm moving the thing around, not paying attention. It's like pointed at my face. Always, so far it's been far enough away.
We're gonna do it. Now's the time to do it while we're recording.
I thought literally while I was doing that, I caught myself.
light
like,
that hat on fire.
It's gonna happen. It's absolutely gonna happen, especially with me and my sausage fingers. No, have you had a torch incident? Or have you seen any?
I have not used a torch. The dabs I've done, I use like a fucking mobile dabber, or whatever the hell they call it. You just stick it on there and burn it, and then breathe it through the apparatus itself.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't trust myself with a torch.
What's your bowl bong? What's your go-to daily?
Mostly
smoker?
bowls. I got my where's my Rick and Morty bowl? Yeah.
I didn't like the bowls because I would get like OCD almost when they would get too dirty, and then I would just spend hours high while cleaning the damn thing.
The bong for effect for the show mainly.
I found some old videos of me smoking a bong. I gotta find those.
Definitely just fractured my toe just then.
I was wondering. Yeah, you knocked the laptop off.
Oh yeah, I fell on my toe. Feels good.
See, there you go. You broke something. If Stancil sets himself on fire, I got a fucking winner here.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all doing,
viral shit.
we're all doing real well right now.
I think he wants to light that hat on fire.
Oh my god! If only. Just found out I can't go on vacation next week because of my fucking job.
Well, that blowtorch might come into handy.
Breaking news.
Put the black ski mask on and head out to the job at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Great
point. Cool blowtorch scar. Tell people about.
Should just firebomb the place like Goodfellas when they light the tiki bar down.
So crazy pants lunatic Chad's gonna have to hang out by himself. Also, I see that he got usurped and pushed out of the MLC this episode today.
Yeah,
did he?
He got slid out.
Last time I checked, it wasn't up. What the fuck,
His
Kevin?
tweet.
Yeah, his tweet was he predicted. Oh, matter of fact, MLC just dropped with Tom Cassidy, so he was right.
Exactly.
Oh shit!
Sorry, Stoner. This is
that's fine.
Breaking news here for us.
So, Stancil, we'll start with you for this. If I ask you about the highest you've ever been, is there like a specific event or incident that comes to mind?
Ooh, I like that.
It's one of my
There's
staples.
probably too many. There's probably too many to name, but one notable one that was fairly recently. It was during the beginning of this COVID lockdown bullshit, like in March, and my guy was out of town. I was out of stuff, and I had my stems. Like I keep the stems from the. I've always been keeping them for years, but I never knew what to do with them. And I finally looked something up, and I made tea. Have you ever done this? Have you ever made tea out of your stems?
I've not. I keep mine for
stem tea.
Possible, like
wow,
edibles or something. Just be able to throw them in there too.
Shit.
So I had like a Gerber baby food little glass thing full, not a ton. But anyway, I made tea with it. You have to like boil it with milk basically for like 10 minutes. So it sucks the whatever the fuck. Anyway, I got it was a half of a cup of tea and I was fucking ripped. I was laughing. It was like one of the best highs I've ever had in a while.
Nice.
Not gonna like noticeably different than my usual. So yeah, that's what comes to mind off of the
I'm
top.
definitely gonna try that now.
Yeah, it was fucking fun. And I was just sitting there watching TV. It wasn't like I was even doing anything.
I do some of all these fucking stems. Fens, same question. Highest you've ever been? There's like something like an event or something that pops out.
Highest I've ever been. Probably like times I felt like I needed to go to the hospital for like a stroke or a heart attack. Probably like
pretty fucking high.
Face blunts in like a closet, like at like 15 or 16, like over and over again till the point where I'm like, I can feel like my heartbeat in every part of my body, like, just anxiety attack.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've wanted to go to the hospital before. I never have for a panic attack from weed, but I've wanted to.
Happened to me on K2.
Yeah, that shit will fuck
I was
you up.
telling my
dude.
sister to call the ambulance. Like I was dying.
What made you decide to do K2?
Well, we would because it was easy to get. The Saudi
Yeah,
Arabian at the gas
exactly.
station next to my house sold it, and it was cheap. And then
Buy
you
me
could
a
pass.
spice.
drug
See how it
tests.
Buy me a
happens?
spice.
Yes, you want Diablo or do you want the Assassin? I mean, the
Yeah.
names on that shit was crazy. Assassin, Diablo. Diablo is the one that fucked me up. I smoked it out of a bong.
This is permanent. Is the name of the strain.
Where
There's
did,
some really fucked up stories, like people with like comas and
Yeah,
brain
no, it's
damage and all
fuck. I
kinds
knew a
of
girl
shit.
that got addicted to that shit. Like she couldn't stop.
What?
Yeah, she had to put herself in rehab, or we put her in rehab.
Jesus
Weren't people
Christ.
having like PCP like reactions to that shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah.
basically what
Oh,
happened
yeah.
to me. Like, because it came out, and I remember when it first came out, we went and smoked some. We were like, oh, that's not really nothing. Weed gets you just as high. And then it just kept progressing and progressing and progressing until eventually it's like, this shit's dangerous. Like, it would keep getting stronger. They're like, oh, I guess it's not doing enough. Let's pack it some more.
Wait, is K2 like a weed? What is K2?
It's like a
spice.
synthetic
Physically.
marijuana.
Yeah, like
It's like,
man-made chemicals.
Yeah, the fake weed they sell.
What
at,
does
like,
it
the
look
pawn
like? It
store.
looks like
All
weed.
right. So imagine like if you take the leaf off of a dried bud, but really good bud, right? Like a small little, I guess like a sprinkle of it, and just mash like 1,000 of those together where it's like fluffy,
Ah, okay.
It looks like that. It's really lightweight. So it's hard to smoke. Like you gotta smoke out of a bowl. If you roll it, you're gonna burn your paper.
I have to try some out.
No, don't.
Yeah, definitely do not do that. It's
Do
terrible.
any drug but that.
Try some out. I'm gonna try some.
Come on.
It's like the bath salts of weed, Stancil. You don't know what this
Pretty
is?
much.
Spice?
K2.
I started
Got any-
freaking out, man.
got
These
any-
like
hold on,
rose
any K2?
bushes. I walked my friend home because he started freaking out, and I was like, "Yo, you pussy!" So I was walking my way back to the house, and it was dark outside, and I got that overwhelming feeling of someone following me, so I just took off running. And then I was going past these rose bushes, like at the back of my dad's house, and all of a sudden they like grew 1,000 feet in the air. And what looked like they were like reaching out to grab me, in reality, I was falling into them. So I was all fucked up from scratches and that. And then I couldn't get in the back door for like an hour because the doorknob would go up, and so I'd reach up, and then as soon as I would reach up, the doorknob would go back down, and I was just stuck out there. And I was like, "This just sucks."
Now it's sounding better.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not fun.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I'm like, this fucking door is beating me at life.
And you got beat up by a bush.
Yeah.
Mead, what about you? The highest you've ever been?
Well, rightfully so. I can't really remember. But
With the second
I
highest.
think the last time I was so like I was extremely fucked up was from edibles, and that was in Savannah. Stancil remembers this. We were down there we went for a bachelor party, and one of our friends just randomly became the mayor of the city for like 3 days and was acquiring all types of paraphernalia and drugs and associated accoutrement, and came across these sketchy ass fucking
Can confirm.
and we were on our way to the beach, and I remember taking one, and I'm like, oh, not feeling them. I wasn't like
I remember this now.
expert at edibles, so I was like, he's like, of course Stancil's gonna be like, yeah, take another. Why don't you take another? So I just stuffed my mouth full of these gummy bears and fucking Tootsie Rolls, and don't remember the rest of the day. And that was it. I leave my life in pictures for the rest of the entire fucking day.
Do you remember the rest of the day, Stancil?
Yeah, that was a hell of a day. That was when we were at the beach and we got we met up with
flashes.
we met up with these old women who were like all about us. They made it. They gave our friend a lap dance on the sidewalk at 3 p.m. and
how old are we talking?
Her ass. Then they late 40s.
Yeah,
Okay.
40s. Just
And then they were sending us pictures of their tits later in the
Nice.
night, and their and pictures of their vaginas with tattoos right above them.
We're gonna
I
have
call
to-
them vaginas.
we still have these pictures. We're gonna have to post some of them on or we're gonna
Patreon.
have to
That'll be on Patreon.
edit and post some of these on the next ski mask. But yeah, no, that was and I remember at one specific point we were on the beach, and it was very windy. I mean, in Savannah, Georgia. It was
Tibby
like
Beach.
May.
Shout out Tibby Beach.
Shout out to Tybee Beach, the most depressing, lowly place I've ever seen. You know that scene from Terminator 2 where she's holding onto the fence and the fucking wind is blowing across Los Angeles? I had that moment happen at one point in the day, and I think that's when I kind of got the heebie-jeebies.
Oof.
And but the rest was fun.
What about you, Pinky? Anything higher as far as weed goes compared to the K2?
Yeah, the last time I smoked was in Seattle, 2017, and I was staying with my friend, and her mom was obsessed with Tom Cruise. Like she watched a Tom Cruise movie every night, so I smoked a bong, and it was like the first time I'd smoked in 4 years, and I couldn't stop fucking laughing every time Tom Cruise's face came on the TV. It just annoyed the shit out of her mom so bad that she just shut it off. And I just remembered laying there laughing. That's all I remember. Like, that was the first time I had ever laughed from weed, too.
You ruined her Tom Cruise night?
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't stop laughing at his face. And every time I see him in a movie now, I remember that night.
Shit. What about, let's remember this, salvia. Has anybody tried salvia?
No. Yeah. They took it off the market right before.
You tried it?
I think so.
I've done it. It's the devil's drug. I would.
It doesn't
not
last
recommend
long, right?
To anybody. It feels like it
sure.
lasts for a week, but it's like 10 minutes.
Wasn't that like Miley Cyrus's fucking thing for a while? She was all.
I think so.
Was she doing salvia?
Yeah.
She
wears
mentioned, like, an
Jordans
interview or something.
Dude, I felt like I was
fingering herself on a hot dog.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in the Terminator for like a week, and then it's like 10 minutes have gone by. It's really fucked up. It's like not a good hallucinogen, in my opinion.
Go and rip one, Stoner. Rip one.
Have you had
I'm
a
not
good
going
experience?
tonight. I'm going to save it for another show, but this is 9 years old, this salvia. I don't know if that makes a difference. But because we did it 9 years ago on the show. It was just an audio show then. I remember being really fucked up. The only thing I remember is that for it to work well, you got to get a good, clean hit.
Yeah.
You have a cash hit or whatever, just this shit doesn't work.
Yeah, you have to take one huge hit out of a bong or a bowl or something like that, and hold it in for as long as you can, and then you just get fucking destroyed.
Yeah,
but it's quick. It just feels like forever. You lose perception of time. What'd you think of it, Stoner Jesus, when you did it?
I wasn't a fan. That's why I've never done it since then. I figure I'm on video now, and me like wigging out or maybe falling out of my chair. That might be something people want to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
You might get some views out of that, dude. Salvia fucking reactions.
I don't
are
think
insane.
they don't even still sell it, do they? They still sell that shit?
You
I don't know.
still get
These
it,
people
probably,
were like from
like
the
headshots
UK, and they
and
were a
shit.
sponsor a long time ago, and they sent me a bunch of shit. They sent me like some potpourri too.
Some absinthe.
It's probably
Absinthe.
shit.
I was a big fan of those like Flocka reaction videos that were.
Dude,
those are fun.
Drug freakouts are the fucking best. On
Everybody
YouTube
looks
and
like
shit.
they're in like Inception, but nobody else is.
I like that. I like that one of the PCP, that the African American dude fighting all the cops, and they cannot get him down. It's amazing. It's
The
amazing.
guy who ran through the fence.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Is that the one who ate the face?
Episode.
No, not the one that ate the face.
Different
but,
guy.
Yeah, different guy.
Wasn't that bath salt?
That was bath salts. Yeah,
You're right. I'm sorry, that was bath salts in Florida.
Who cares?
I have not tried bath salts. I don't think I
haven't
will.
either. Did you guys ever try the bath salts?
No, what the fuck?
What?
Fuck no.
I don't
It's what you
know.
do before you die or go to jail.
Okay, you
Hey,
mean
too,
Normal
is
people,
like the
normal
bath
people
salts
don't
that
do
we
bath.
know, man.
You're not going to talk to somebody in a podcast that's done bath salts. Nobody's
might be a
ever
pretty
been
good
on a
podcast.
podcast. Nobody's ever exactly. Yeah, fuck.
Everybody on has
Talk to them
they're on
through
bath
a
salts at the
group
time.
class. Yeah. Just talk to them
Yeah,
through
right.
class in a mental.
I bet you someone we've spoken with has done bath salts, Snitzel.
Matt Polycastro.
Yeah, Matt Polycastro
Yes.
for sure.
I was going to say Hung Young. That was going to be my
Hung
first
Young.
guess.
She was doing bath
I
salts on
don't
the
think
show.
I would be willing to bet none of us have ever talked to someone who's done bath salts.
Matt would Polly.
I knew.
I
I know.
disagree.
You don't come back from that.
Not on the
Yes, you
show.
do.
Yeah, you do. I knew
You
guys
for
in
sure
Texas that would do it, but they
It's
still
like
hang out at the lake.
It's
and
like
they're
a
"Oh,
salvia or a fucking K2.
Yeah.
Like K2's
Oh, I'm
pretty
thinking
fucking
of
bad,
crocodile or crocodile.
dude.
Or
You're
when
thinking,
you-
you're
when you
thinking
rotted
of, what did you call it, Mead?
Flocka.
Flocka, same thing. Yeah,
So
crocodile.
crocodile was like
Crocodile, I think.
crocodile was
I don't
like
know.
something
Maybe not.
that was in Russia, wasn't it? It was like
Yep.
Yeah.
they were burning down like discarded like heroin or
It's like ethanol or like gasoline
Oh, yeah,
mixed with
right.
heroin.
Yeah, you
It's
just
really
disintegrate.
fucked.
But I hear
Yeah,
that- I hear the high is
just
really good.
disintegrate. Yeah, it's probably
They're
a great
making
high.
crack rocks of fucking gasoline.
Probably a great fucking high for those
never
like
heard
2
of that.
months.
Hell of a high though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Fucking. You ever try that, Stoner Jesus? Oh, we can't hear you.
Stoner Jesus muted himself.
You're up.
I think he's doing a commercial.
Oh,
Oh wow. Excuse us.
real professional
Is it?
operation, dude. Fuck.
Is he still talking to us?
I don't know.
Hey Stoner, can you hear us? Are you talking to us? No, I think he's doing business.
Imagine he's doing the commercial and it's just us in the background discussing it.
Really high.
Oh, he can't. Hey, if you're muted, it's probably on the Zoom app. Look at your little thing.
He's talking to his apostles.
In the bottom left where the speaker is.
Doing a disclaimer that whatever we say is not part of
Yeah.
the Stoner Jesus podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he muted all of us. The views expressed by these 4 gentlemen do not
Welcome to the
reflect
Stoner
others
Jesus podcast. I'm
on
your
Cannabis
host.
Radio.
I do think it's funny how he called me Pinky. He took the Barry Ribs term. He must follow
Oh, he
Barry
got
Ribs.
real,
Must be a big fan.
Very
of the show.
casual. Very,
That's real inside baseball. Very
I
casual.
thought he was smoking the microphone for a second.
I did too.
You should start calling him Stony.
It's got to be on the Zoom app that he's
Stony.
muted on.
Like a pencil, like a Philly guy.
Yeah,
Stony.
fucking Stony, what are you doing?
Yeah, it
Stony.
is. So you're muted on
Kids.
Zoom. You're muted on the app itself. I can see it right there on the screen.
Really? I don't see it.
I just
There's
saw it pop
I
up.
see no.
Oh, he
mute.
was probably clicking it, so it's not the Zoom app. Yeah, now he's muted on Zoom. No, he's
Fixed it,
not.
but it's not fixing it.
There
you go.
Ah, I
You
can
got
hear
me,
you.
hear me?
Yeah.
Holy
Can you
shit,
turn
I
your
just
mic up, maybe?
Yeah, you
Probably,
might turn the
turn
sound back up.
microphone up a little bit.
Jesus Christ.
You got to clean those filters every now and then. It's just filtered with smoke.
I got this mute thing down the bottom left. I just kept clicking it off and on until
God,
I came back. I fucking unplugged my microphone from both ends.
Damn,
I've
I've never
never
seen
seen
that. I've never
Gotta
seen
make that mic into a bong at some point.
By the way, I wish I had the professional skills to like just morph into a commercial during the show.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was.
I can bring up my
we were-
Manscaped to read.
Yeah, we were talking about basketball.
20% off.
Yeah.
This guy's a
Poison.
pro, dude.
I'm
Oh,
a
wait, don't
professional
listen to those guys about bath
motherfucker.
salts. Take Blue Chew.
Yeah,
what
Steven
was-
Singer wouldn't be happy about that.
Yeah.
The
Sorry.
most hardcore drug I ever did was I had good acid once and I had good ecstasy once, and that was about it. I had bad acid once, which is
Ooh, I've had bad acid a couple times.
Yeah, I've just dabbled in acid for the first time this summer and mushrooms.
Oh
for that
yeah,
matter.
Stance has been microdosing acid and shroom like every
Yeah, I
day.
haven't been micro. I haven't done probably in over a month. I haven't done either one.
Oh, and as far as
about
calling you Pinky Ski Mask, it's just something I saw on Twitter. I forgot.
Yeah, that's where I figured it came from.
Ski Mask host sounds like a little little formal. I want us to be formal here.
Yeah, it is very
Keeping this shit
formal.
loose.
When they introduce us at the MGM Grand next month, that's the way they say it when I come out on stage.
Oh yeah.
Here they call it Pinky.
What about you,
yeah,
Fens?
sorry.
What's the any hardcore drugs in your past?
Yeah, I used to do a lot of heroin in my day.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's probably about as hot as it goes.
Yeah,
right?
fuck yeah. None of that bullshit.
What was your method of ingestion for the heroin?
Oh, I would snort it. Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
I never used a needle. I was never
Penis
a needle
tip.
guy.
Does the needle freak you out? That's the main reason I wouldn't do heroin is I wouldn't be able to shoot it up.
Yeah, no, I never could.
It's like a
Ever.
suppository.
Yeah, I'd do a suppository before a needle.
Yeah, I would get
Heroin
fucking-
suppository. There's a lot of
I'll
good
get weed
ideas in this
Boofing
that
it,
people are
as
going to
the
steal.
kids call it.
I know.
But yeah, no, I did heroin for a while. Been clean off of it for years, but that would be the hottest drug I've done.
Good man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What about you, Mead? Did I ask you already? I already forgot what the fucking kerfuffle with the
Smoke
microphone.
crack once.
Nice.
Yeah, not Hunter Biden style, but I did. So I was, yeah, I got in some dark days at one point where I was like dating. Oh God.
How do you come to the decision where you're like, yeah, man, I'm just going to smoke some fucking
No,
crack?
no. I was dating this like filthy like. All right, this is fucked up. I was a camp counselor.
Yeah, go.
And
go,
one
go.
of I was a camp counselor at a summer camp, and one of the kids' moms hit on me one day. So I went and partied with her one time, and she turned out to be a
Sick.
massive, like cokehead, disgusting. She was basically a madam. So she
Wasn't
ran
she
a-
Australian or something?
No, that was the other one. But so she brought me to her house. She had like partial custody of the kid. One time,
Good for her.
While the kid was sleeping in the other room, she was cooking crack in her fucking microwave. And at 5 a.m, I was like, well, try everything once.
Yeah.
And just
fresh crack though. That is fresh crack.
Yeah,
Fresh
that's
off the oven.
homemade from a mom too.
Homemade from
Cooked with love, dude.
From a mom, made with love, like Toll House cookies. She made crack in her microwave. You fucking stupid bitch. And I did it. What a filthy. I can't judge. I was the one smoking it, but
dude, if someone
gave you a tub of applesauce after,
fucking Capri Sun. Dude, yeah, if I want someone cooking crack, it's definitely a white
salami
mom.
with your crack?
For sure.
Did the smoking of the crack get you any at least?
Yeah, she cut the crust off my crack.
Yeah, dude.
That's a good question. That's a good question, Stoner.
Yeah, did you get any for smoking the crack, or you just fucking strike out anyway?
Oh, if I could bang, I give Hunter Biden 100% credit for maintaining a bone after fucking ripping crack all day, because it just knocked that ability out as like fucking Sonny Liston. It was fucking it was bad.
Yeah, I heard you reduces your appetite and makes your fucking teeth fall out, but I didn't know you couldn't get a hard on.
Yeah, well, it makes your boner fall out.
It's like extreme coke dick, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Just shriveled
Crack
bird.
dick.
Crack dick.
Crack dick. I mean, I guess it's an acquired skill to maintain that. So credit to Hunter. Now his dad's president, so he can get all the crack he wants.
Good for him.
I went to college with a guy who smoked crack. One of my teachers smoked crack too. When I say college, I really mean ITT Technical Institute.
Okay.
But still, it was an accredited school. At least it used to be before it went bankrupt.
Your welding teacher.
But, one of the guys was there. He was like 50 years old, learning a trade, whatever. And he just smoked crack constantly. He was like a recreational crack smoker.
That's wild.
And one day after we graduated, like 3 or 4 months, I go up there to buy weed because I always bought weed from him. And I go in, and one of our teachers is sitting there at the table, like playing cards and smoking crack.
Just casual crack.
Just like a little crack.
Playing solitaire and crack.
Go fish.
Cut down to half a rock a day.
Yeah, I know.
With Cracko.
I could have smoked. I would have had many opportunities to smoke crack. But he told me, don't do it, even though he was sitting there smoking crack. He said it's not something you want to fucking get on. I watched him like freebase coke too. Like he hit the fucking spoon and tie off the arm and all kinds of shit.
Yeah. What class did he
didn't give a fuck, dude.
It was just
this was the guy I went to school with. He was the one.
Oh, okay. That was the teacher. All right,
he grew up.
We learned electronics engineering. It was pretty good time.
Right.
He grew up locked in his bedroom, so as soon as he got out, he's freebasing. He's just doing everything.
Another weird thing about that guy is like he inherited his mom's house. She died or whatever. And it had a lot of rooms in it. He had dogs, and when the dogs would like shit in one room, he would just pack up all his shit and move to a different room.
Oh, I know a guy like that. I know a guy like that.
God.
He was like, I know a guy. He said, "Hey, why don't you move in with me, man? You could be my roommate." So I was like, I went over there to hang out. It was like walking around landmines. Shit, like you would just have a pile everywhere. I'm like, good. I'm like, see you later, dude.
I always wondered what would happen like when he ran out of rooms, but I never went back up there, so I never found out.
God, that's so bad.
He had to eventually.
That's fucked. Oh. God.
I also never said to him, "Why don't you just clean up the shit?"
Yeah.
Well, that would be the obvious, but
But he did smoke a lot of crack.
But crack.
Dude, if I smoked crack, I would want everything crystal clean.
Yeah, I know.
I would be cleaning everything.
I would think. I think it would focus me more than anything.
Yeah.
On the task at hand.
Stink.
All right. Before I let you guys go, time to promote all the different shows. Ski Mask Collective, search it on YouTube. What's your all's Patreon, first of all?
It's patreon.com/Ski Mask Collective. And all the video episodes are going on there from the YouTube for the most part, unless we have a fire one, then we might release it for free. Other than that, audio is always free on all the podcast platforms out there. And some special events coming up.
And then we got merch on skimaskcollective.com.
Merch. Check it. There's 2 other shows as well. Sports Mask Collective for all your sports fans out there, and Ski Mask Offensive one-on-one interviews with your one and only Paul Fins. Check that out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
I did meth one time.
Oh yeah.
How'd that go?
Huh?
How'd that go?
It sucked.
How you come to that decision? That you like?
I was in Austin, Texas. I went 3 streets over because that's where the drug dealers were. Because I was trying to score coke. So I paid this guy for Coke, but they deal it right in the middle of the street with cops around. It's just a quick handoff. But I was staying in a nice hotel, like probably 3 or 4 streets over. And by the time I got up to the 17th floor to the room, I pulled out the bag. We're so excited, and it's just fucking ice. And we're like, haha, no one's gonna know about this, but let's rip it. So we just snorted the shit, and we were up for 2 days. It sucked so bad.
Wow.
But yeah. Sucked.
Stoner, I have a question. I know we're wrapping up. I have a question for you though. Sure. I'm curious. Have you noticed a change in how do I say it? The veracity of weed in the last like 5+ years? I feel like the weed in the last few years is fucking like stinks. Like is fucking, it's all like gas in a good way, I guess. But like I just get ripped off of everything now.
Yeah. As somebody who's
you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Allegedly
maybe
peruses the black market for said items. The black market stuff has gotten so much fucking better than it used to be. I smoked shit
the shitty
for
stuff
years.
just used to be really shitty. Like you didn't even like literally get high, and now even like
the shit that you could tell came off a brick. It was like
I went into a
brick.
dispensary.
I used to sell it.
I went into a dispensary in Seattle, and it was just all gas. I was like, "Where is the Reggie? Like, where's the shit off a brick? Like, that's what I want right now.
$20 for like 4 grams.
Yeah, I want to be able to be silly with it. I want to roll like the fattest shit, just cause you can't do that with expensive stuff. You
can't find the Reggie anymore.
Yeah, at all. I haven't seen Reggie in years, man. I've missed that shit. I would smoke that.
But sometimes it sucks because I just get so fucking ripped off of I can't even not get a little high anymore.
That's what I mean. I take one hit. I'm like, why the fuck? Who the fuck?
It's all Frankenstein weed now, man.
Yeah, I'm not
It's all made in the lab.
so mad about it, but it's something.
Yeah.
Do you agree, Stoner?
Yeah, it's gonna get more and more like that too. There's fucking so many growers out there now that their focus is how can I jack up this THC on this flower? How can I get this concentrate to almost 100%? It's crazy shit.
Yeah.
Maybe
on that note, shout out unofficial plug Urban Legends, and if you're in the tri-state area, check them out.
Hell yeah,
that's all. One of my
boys'
boys' company.
It's seen by dozens and dozens of people.
Follow Ski Mask Sauce on Twitter for all updates of shows, and also these guys at Paul_Fins.
Yeah,
Pinky at Stancil Gym. What's up?
Pinky, you're supposed to be on In Hot Water on the 10th.
Oh yeah, if you're a Compound Media subscriber, listen to In Hot Water on November 10th. I'll be there as a special guest. As far as I know,
next Tuesday.
Is it?
Yeah. Holy shit! Keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, it is November. Fuck.
Yeah.
I do have one more question, Pinky. How often do you wash the ski mask?
I have 2 or 3, but I only wash it when I do silly things like eat a Big Mac on the show. One time, there was I was doing Chrissy's show one night, and I ate a big bowl of cereal, and then I did our show 2 or 3 days later. I had to wear a different color because it reeked so bad. I was like, I gotta wash these after I eat them.
There you go. More on that note.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Ski Mask
that was
Collective.
fun.
Awesome.
Thanks, brother.
Anytime you guys want to come back on, anything to promote, talk about, anything, just fucking let me know.
Awesome, dude.
Awesome.
Thanks guys.
Stoner.
Peace.
Later.
That was fun.
Later, man.
Amen.